Fighting 4 in formation.
In squadrons, the Interceptor club seals harder than the Canadians. It lacks the utility options and raw survivability that the TIE Fighter and TIE Defender bring to the table, but if you can work around these issues, you will be rewarded with extremely high DPS, unique defensive options, and the ability to demolish less skilled players faster than any other ship in the game. For your loadout, you should run standard lasers, repair kit, and targeting jammer, alongside dampen hull, microthrust engine, and chaff particles. This loadout gives you maximum meme potential. You can turn invisible, heal 70% of your health in one go, fly around like a lunatic, and dump an enormous amount of damage into players and capital ships. Much like the TIE Fighter and TIE Bomber, the Interceptor thrives on energy shunting. Simply maximize power to weapons, charge your lasers, then shunt into engines. Double tap the boost key to boost drift, then shunt back to weapons, and repeat. In slow motion, it looks like this. Shunt to engines. Boost drift. Shunt to weapons. Keep an eye on your weapon power bar. If it starts to get low, simply charge it a little longer before your next boost drift. Unlike the TIE Fighter, your lasers do charge a bit slowly, but with good awareness and discipline, you will never run out of power. It is also critical that you master your targeting jammer. It has enormous defensive and offensive potential, and is nearly as big of a tool as the band's fans. There are a few main use cases I save the orcs for. Firstly, when under pressure, being able to turn invisible and fuck off beyond the outer rim will generally give you the ability to outrun whatever is dumb enough to chase you. Second, when you want to get the jump on someone, you can cloak right before you drop behind them. The third option is a synthesis of the other two. Sometimes, when you're trying to commit space murder, some asshole will try to peel you off of your target. This is the best time to press the LMAO fuck you button. Finish your kill, then run away as fast as possible. There are a diverse set of circumstances where your cloaking can come in handy, and it's up to your own creativity where to apply it. Your job on the opening is to scoop up all the easy kills on the enemy team, then burn the raider if you have help, or shoot AI if you don't. Be careful when going for early kills. Use your cloak to approach from behind if possible. 99% of the player base have the reaction time of a sloth, so if you start in a good position, you can turn them into paste extremely quickly. Also, you are perpetually 2 seconds from being vaporized by stray laser shots, so you cannot put it in park and burn the raider like a TIE Fighter, Defender, or Bomber. On offense, you have to shoot the big ships and not die. Because the Interceptor's durability comes from being a slippery fuck, rather than having a large HP bar, you should bounce around like a squirrel on meth to avoid the turrets on the Nebulan B. Be very careful not to shoot too much. If you run out of energy, you will explode into pink mist faster than an American gender reveal party. So how do you attack an MC-75 in an Interceptor? If you ask the majority of the population, you simply suicide run at the shield generators. However, there is a better way. It just requires 2 brain cells to execute. To attack shield generators, fly over the top of the MC-75. Curl underneath the ship behind the stem. Shoot the generator for a bit, then peel off and repeat the process. If you like being alive instead of dead, be careful not to go too far forward, or you will end up in the tractor beam pain dimension. Once you've taken out the shields, hit power, then snap up all the weak spots that show up on the ship. The hardest part of ISD attack is surviving the shield generator runs, but if you can get shields down, your lasers will melt the rest of the ship extremely rapidly. Stay evasive and watch your power, and you will do an enormous amount of damage. Defense is the most fun phase besides the opening, and works exactly the same way. Get your easy kills, then if someone else stripped raider shields, burn it. However, the Interceptor's lasers are fantastic at farming AI. If you see a stray pack floating around, you can kill it in seconds for a fat 15 morale, before going back to hunting players or chopping up the raider. If nobody else on your team is farming, you can do it in a pinch and get back onto a fence very quickly. On ISD defense, your bread and butter is killing players as they attack the shield generators. Your laser DPS is enormous, and you can often force players to break off their attack run, or sell out and die for a bit of damage. Your plan should be to murder anyone who is going for the shield generators, and when you're not doing that, burn the raider and shoot AI. Overall, the Interceptor is a highly mobile gun platform with excellent DPS. It lacks the utility of iron missiles to stun enemy players and strip shields, so it is strictly inferior in overall ability compared to the Defender and TIE Fighter. But if you're willing to accept these restrictions, you gain a huge amount of maneuverability and some of the best lasers in the game, alongside the ability to turn invisible whenever you want, which is a unique and extremely enjoyable playstyle. Thanks for watching, Imperial Aces. I hope you learned something or at least had a laugh. If you like this video and want more, check out my TIE Fighter guide on the left. If you want to see a Republic ship, see the X-Wing guide on the right. And if you want to wait another few months before I put out another one of these guides, the subscribe button is in the middle. Peace out.